Let's get started. Number 5. Play dead. Imagine you're face to face with a wild animal and your brain suddenly goes, "Hey, what if we just pretend we're furniture?" Because somewhere along the line, society convinced you that the best survival strategy is method acting. But here's the problem. Play dead is not universal advice. In fact, in the wrong moment, it's basically volunteering to become lunch. Black bears? Sure, maybe. Grizzlies? Possibly. Lions? Absolutely not. Your body going limp in front of a lion is like handing it a silent, gift-wrapped invitation labeled today's snack. And your brain, bless its chaotic little circuits, tries to justify it. If I don't move, it won't see me. Except this isn't Jurassic Park, and that isn't a T-Rex with motion-based vision. You're dealing with predators that have spent millions of years evolving to notice weakness, fear, and especially whatever you're doing right now. What makes this worse is the confidence people say it with. Oh yeah, just go still. It works. Works for whom? Cartoon characters? People made of titanium? Meanwhile, your nervous system is staging a coup, and your limbs are shaking like they're auditioning for a horror movie. The real punchline? Playing dead only works when the animal already lost interest, which is basically saying the best survival strategy is hoping the universe gets bored before you die. Number 4. Drink your pee. Picture this. You're stranded in the desert, sun melting your brain, lips turning into premium-grade sandpaper, and suddenly you remember hearing somewhere that you can survive by drinking your own pee. And for a split second, your dehydrated brain goes, "You know what? That sounds sciencey." But here's the reality. Your body is too polite to scream at you. Pee is waste. Literal biological trash water. It's the stuff your kidneys looked at and said, "Nope, absolutely not. Get that out of here." So when you drink it, you're essentially returning garbage to the sender and forcing your kidneys to work overtime like underpaid office interns cleaning up the same mess twice. Your body needs water. Clean water. Not reheated, recycled, second-hand water that tastes like a science experiment. And the more dehydrated you are, the saltier and more concentrated your pee becomes, which means you're not saving yourself. You're actually pushing your organs closer to a full-on strike. The worst part? TV survival shows made it look heroic. Like sipping warm urine is the badge of honor that separates adventurers from amateurs. But in real life, all it does is accelerate dehydration, overload your system, and make you regret every decision that led you to this moment. Ironically, the only thing drinking pee helps is your deep, painful understanding that desperation makes humans weird. Number 3, follow the birds. You've probably heard this one. If you're lost, just follow the birds. They always fly toward water. And for some reason, your brain stores that as sacred wilderness wisdom. Right next to moss grows on the north side, and just climb a tree if a predator chases you, which is also terrible advice, by the way. But imagine actually doing it. You're wandering through the forest, dehydrated, stressed, and suddenly you spot a bird. It flaps its wings, heads east, and you think, "Yes, my tiny feathery guide. Take me to civilization." So you start following it like it's your spiritual mentor. Except birds are liars. Not intentionally, they're just living their chaotic little bird lives. They fly anywhere, to food, to shade, to a nest, to escape a predator, or simply because they felt like doing a dramatic loop mid-air. Many birds don't even depend on big water sources. Some get moisture from insects, fruit, or morning dew. And migratory birds? Oh, those are the worst. You could be trailing one for hours, only to realize it's traveling hundreds of kilometers to a place you absolutely cannot get to with your human legs and questionable survival skills. So instead of guiding you to a clear river, that bird might lead you straight into thicker forest, rougher terrain, or a nice patch of nowhere. Meanwhile, your energy is tanking, your panic is rising, and you're trusting a creature whose brain is roughly the size of a peanut. Literally. The cruel twist? The only predictable thing about birds is that they do whatever they want, which is exactly why they make terrible GPS systems. Number 2. Suck out the venom. Here's the classic movie moment. Someone gets bitten by a snake, and suddenly their friend turns into a vacuum cleaner with emotions grabbing the wound, leaning in, and enthusiastically trying to suck out the venom like it's the world's worst Capri Sun. Hollywood loves it. Reality absolutely does not. Because if you ever try this in real life, your body will file an immediate complaint. First, you can't actually remove venom this way. Snake venom spreads through tissue and bloodstream faster than your mouth can do anything about it. By the time you lean down, the venom has already RSVP'd to every cell in the neighborhood. You sucking on the wound is about as effective as trying to stop a house fire by whispering, "Please stop." Second, you're creating a brand new set of problems. Your mouth is full of bacteria, and the skin around the wound is already compromised. So congratulations, you just added a bonus infection to someone who's already having the worst day ever. And if you have any tiny cuts in your mouth, guess what? You just gave the venom a VIP entrance. Survival myths make it look heroic. The noble friend sacrificing their dignity and dental hygiene to save the day. But medically, all you're doing is wasting precious time that should be spent immobilizing the victim, keeping them calm, and getting help. Basically, sucking out venom is less survival wisdom and more auditioning to make everything worse. Leave the venom where it is. Your mouth has enough problems already. Number 1. Run toward water. There's a strange confidence people get when they see a body of water during an emergency. House on fire? Run to the lake. Forest burning behind you? Sprint toward the river. Car sinking? Swim for the nearest pond. And in your mind, water becomes this magical, shimmering force field of safety. Like stepping into it automatically cancels all danger. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Water is not a universal escape route. In fact, it can turn a bad situation into a survival speed catastrophe. Wildfires? Sure, water sounds safe, but racing downhill toward rivers or lakes often traps people in pockets where smoke collects, oxygen drops, and heat funnels like an oven set to crispy human. Floods? Running toward water is literally the opposite of what you want to do. That's like seeing a tornado and thinking, "Let me get closer to the twisty thing." And if your car plunges into a lake, the worst instinct is to panic, splash your way toward the surface while the vehicle is still sinking. You're fighting physics, pressure, glass, and your own adrenaline-soaked limbs that suddenly feel like badly cooked noodles. The smart move is to stay calm. Wait for the pressure to equalize, then push out. But nobody tells you that in school. School teaches you the Pythagorean theorem, which only helps if the triangle is trying to kill you. The irony? Water is only safe if you understand it. Treat it like a universal exit door, and it becomes the final boss. That's it for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.